Hi Internet, it's Vicki and welcome to my channel, and today I'm here with a Quilty Box reveal, and this is the January reveal. Quilty Box ships on the 11th of the month. I don't know how long it took to get to my house because I was on vacation when it arrived. So let's get to it. I have already untaped the box and I saw a quick peek at the card that was in it this month, but as you can see, the rest is untouched. It got my attention the moment I untaped the box because it said paper pieces, and of course, being a paper piecer, that piqued my interest. I kind of had to think about Quilty Box a little bit, about whether I wanted to keep renewing my prescription, listen to me, my subscription. Not that I don't like the product, I love the product. It's a great value, it exposes me to new things, but I was thinking about it and realized I really haven't used that much of what I got. And it's kind of, kind of asking myself, if it was right to keep getting it if I'm not using it. But then it dawned on me, I have two very time-consuming hobbies. One is quilting, sewing, quilting, crafting. The other is genealogy, which is family history research. Both of those take a lot of time. And I realized that I kind of go back and forth between them. And hot and cold on each one. They're hard to do at the same time because of the time involved. So I've given myself a break and said, you know what? I've been doing a lot of genealogy the last 6 months, so I cannot fault myself for not having spent more time in the sewing room and exploring what I can do with my Quilty boxes. So I'm going to give myself a break, a pass, and I am going to continue my Quilty Box subscription. So if you're ever feeling like maybe you're not giving something your all, stop and think about where all your time is being spent. And it's probably not wasted, it's just sometimes in your life, one thing's more important than the other, and things shift, things change. So, anyway, back to the Quilty Box. Sorry about all that. What's in my box? It talks about paper piecing, English paper piecing, so that's what it's about. And then on the back of the card, it tells us what's in here. Well, it always starts with our card, that if you're supposed to give this to a friend, and they can get $10 off their first box. And then there's lots of worms, of course. Let's see. Ooh, fabric. Yes. Let's see. Ooh, there's all kinds of stuff in here. Okay, the first one is Little House on the Prairie, Prairie Flowers by Kathy Hall. And these are calicos, I can tell right away. Oh yes. Let's see. Don't want to take the label off just yet, but I might have to. Yeah, okay. I'll take the label off. So we can kind of see them. All kinds of small print calicos, which is perfect for those of us who, ooh, look at the size of that. It's a nice small purple. For those of us who do miniature, ooh, yes. Sorry, I get so excited. For those of us who do small pieces, it's nice to have small prints so that you can, what's that word? Artists and photographers use it. Anyway, scale. So everything stays to scale. Oh, let me find that on the card here. Little House on the Prairie Flowers. This is a $13 value. It's inspired by the quilt on the Little House of the Prairie show. The Prairie Flower Collection from Andover by Kathy Hall is a wonderful array of amazing calicos. And it is. It's very nice. Does it say how many's in here? There. Apparently 5 by 5 inch squares, 42 pieces, all 100% cotton. Okay, so the next thing on my box, not on my list, is called the Texture Studio, and it has all kinds of fuzz stuck to it. And Texture Studio, oh, I'm sorry, Textured Solids Charm Pack, also by Andover Fabrics, is, it says, achieves a linen feel and look by being woven. The Charm Pack includes plenty of colors for the Stars of the Night quilt and all dolled up. Ah, that must be in the, I see a book down here. I have the feeling that's it. So, here we go. And let me just grab a few so you can see. They're all solids. So they're perfect to go with all the calicos or anything. Solids are just wonderful that way. They do look like linen, actually. So, okay. And what's next is called Stars in the Night Complete Piece Pack. Well, at first I thought it was just this template in the front that you probably saw right there. But look back here. Can you see that? It's all white, I know. You will need to, okay. Paper pieces. Pre-cut paper shapes for English paper piecing. I think that's the one where you wrap, you put the piece of paper down, then you wrap the sides of it around, the seam allowance around the paper, as opposed to the kind of paper piecing I do. Interesting. Oh, what does it say? It says, that's a $6 value. Oh, I'm sorry, the textured solids were 10. So calicos were 13, solids were 10. The Stars in the Night is $6. It's a diamond template to cut your fabric for the Stars in the Night quilt. Okay. Then we have paper pieces. Fat quarter size 10-pack. I'm not sure what this is. Paper pieces. I'm going to open this one up. Sorry, itch in my ear. So professional. Well, these are, oh, I know what this is. This is what you wrap. I don't have a piece of, excuse me, I'll grab a piece of fabric. Maybe. Okay. I think I know what this is. I think this is the thing. You know when you buy fabric on a bolt, how it wraps around? This is the same thing, but for smaller pieces. So like if you're working with fat quarters, it's got a little indent here. And you can see what it says there. I think you grab it there, but I'm just going to do it quickly. And I think you wrap this around, your fabric around these, and then you would stand them up right side by side. So then they would be just like the bolts in a fabric shop. And I saw somebody, I think it was on the Quilted Gemini, one of the people who are members of that, who I believe that's where I saw, I might be wrong, but they were cutting something. Maybe it was regular bolts and they were cutting them in pieces, but they were doing it for their, you know, less yard or less fabrics and cutting them, so they had these mini bolts. And I think that's what this is, only this is, I guess, a micro bolt, if that was a mini bolt. So, but let me see what it says. It says, now you can make your home your own quilt store. Take your unorganized fabric and wrap it up on a polar notion to help sort and organize your sewing room. Product size is 6 by 4 inch. Sticker is acid free. Perfect size to store any fabric under 1 yard. And the value of this pack is $13. So that is what it is. And it says YouTube Polar Notions for instructions. Okay, I'm going to have to check that out tonight. Very cool. It doesn't have the kind of the packaging on the front. Doesn't really say exactly what it is that well. It says it's a 10-pack, but is that all this is? Well, I guess. Okay, it feels like more. They're thick though and heavy. So the packaging doesn't really tell you. That's very cool. Although I have a very large stash of fat quarters, which I'll show you in a minute, I guess. So I would need 1,000 of those. And let's see, and 10 of them are $13. Wow. Okay, I see one more thing in here, and it's a book. I love fabric and I love books. And I guess I love the notions too, so I love it all. But anyway, this book is called All Dolled Up. And it is 11 English paper piecing projects by Joanne Lewis and Chris Moline. Wow. Oh, and they're miniatures. Of course they are. It's paper piecing. Well, I shouldn't say that, but a lot of paper piecing is miniature. But I don't want to show too much of this inside of this book because I'm not exactly sure what copyright laws are on YouTube in terms of, you know, just showing a page. But hey, maybe it'll help sell a book. Maybe someone out there is interested and doesn't know this book exists, because I didn't know until today. Let me see if I can read when the book was published. And it doesn't have that page, so it's cool. It's miniature. Oh yeah, it's miniature quilt patterns. Very neat. They're not always easy to find. And let's see what it says about our book. It says, English paper piecing has been used by quilt makers for centuries. Most of the existing examples are large bed quilts with hundreds, if not thousands, of pieces. Not for me. Miniatures. While they are beautiful, they require many hours to complete. With these doll quilts, you can try a variety of shapes and sizes without a huge time commitment. You know, that's an important thing, because sometimes, maybe because I make things you hang on a wall as opposed to something you put on a bed, it might not seem useful. Might just seem like fluff. But it gives me an opportunity to try lots of different things, different fabrics, different techniques, different blocks, different patterns. You know, it's like a sampler. If you were doing needlepoint, it would be a sampler. So I think that's important. I mean, to hone your skills, you know, be well-rounded. I mean, that's important. Just as important as making a bed quilt. But anyway, that's get off my high horse for the second time tonight. And the book, oh, I'm sorry, is $21.95. I love the feel of this book. It's not that gloss. It's a softer kind of book. So anyway, I told you I might show you my fabric stash, so let me just take one little moment, break here, and I will do that. Okay, here it is. It's the top of my cabinet. I have the blacks and homespuns up on the top shelf, and then I have blues and teals. And these are very cool. These are Alaska Dye Works. They're batiks. They're solids, but they're batik solids, however you say it. And then I have greens and I have grays. That little bitty pile over there is a gray. And then I have pinks and purples. And then I have yellows, oranges, and reds. And then I have beige, tone-on tones, browns, and whites. A non-quilter would say, wow, you have a lot of fabric. They do say that. Quilters say, oh, well, they're just, you know, fat quarters. But these shelves are kind of deep, and so what you're seeing is the front row. Each of these, really, there's 2 layers of it. So like, for instance, on this green, if I pull this out, you'll see there's a whole nother row back in there. So I actually have about twice as much fabric as you see. So I have a pretty good palette to start. You know, anytime I want to do a project, I pretty much can pull from my stash. Subject for my Quilty Box reveal tonight. I think I'll share with you a little project I've been working on for years. It's one of those things I've put aside because I actually lost part of the instructions, and then I found them again more recently. But this is what I make, the size of project I like. well, this isn't the finished size, it'll be a little bigger, but, and as you can see on the back, here's my paper piecing to make these. And if you want a comparison of the size, there's my hand. So this is all done in orange and yellows because I read something about these colors really pop when they're with black, so that's what I worked on. And I just got this flying geese pattern off the internet, and there's more of these to make for the other two sides. And off on me, I think I had too much on the memory card, so I just erased something because like I said, I just got back from vacation. But anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for watching my videos. If you enjoy this sort of thing, I hope you do subscribe. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up to let me know. And happy quilting. And again, thanks for watching the videos. Bye-bye.